Hey guys, so this is the first YouTube review. It's not going to be too terribly long because all we did was syllabus stuff. But there's a few things I did want to go over that seem to kind of mess people up, kind of gave people some pause. The first one being the Science Enrichment Center quiz thing that we're doing this semester. We talked about it. Some people seem to get lost when I was talking about it. I don't know why. But here it is. So, every day in class, we're going to have a daily quiz. The daily quiz is going to be between 5 and 10 questions over what I go through in class. And it's not going to be like we're going to stop class and do the quiz. The questions are actually going to be throughout my PowerPoint, okay, or my lecture, whatever. So I'm going to be lecturing a little bit, there'll be a question, I'll be lecturing a little bit, there'll be another question, and you're going to put them on little pieces of paper that look just like this. Okay, so here is our nifty little answer sheet. Okay, that is what we're going to answer all of our questions on. And then I'm going to grade it. If you fail it or you lose some points, you have the option of going down to the Science Enrichment Center. This is voluntary. You have the option of going down to the Science Enrichment Center. They've got some extra material. They've got some extra tutoring stuff. They're going to tutor you over that quiz. You get to retake it, and you can get up to a letter grade back. You know, you can get 10 points back there, which is cool. The other thing is that if you fail all of the quizzes for a chapter, okay, so Chapter 1 has 2 quizzes. We have 2 lectures over Chapter 1. If you fail both Chapter 1 and the first quiz and the second quiz, I'm going to send you to the Science Enrichment Center to do both quizzes, okay, before you can take the test. Now, if you fail Chapter 1, both quizzes, and Chapter 2, both quizzes, okay, the first chapter is over 1 and 2, so I'm going to send you to the Science Enrichment Center to get tutored for all 4 quizzes, and that is going to take a while. You're going to be there for, an hour, hour and a half, okay, and nobody wants to do that. So I strongly encourage you to use the time that you have outside of class, like right afterward or right before, go down to the Science Enrichment Center, get those tutoring, get those points back, and hopefully you won't have to do that after the test comes. Because another big thing about doing it is that if you do fail and you go in, you get tutoring, you don't have to do it for that chapter before the test, so that's really cool. The other thing I want to go over is the poll everywhere thing. Some people kind of got, I guess, a little bit confused on what that was about. The big thing is that that is just for me. It's not a grade. I can't see your phone number. I can't see what you answered. It's for me to say, okay, you guys got the material I was going over. You guys got it, or, oh gosh, you guys didn't. So that's kind of cool for me because I can see how my teaching is going during class. So that's cool. If you don't have texting, you don't have a phone, you don't want to pay for texting, whatever the case may be, but you want to participate, you want to get your feedback in class, I can set you up with a laptop. Poll Everywhere has a website that they can go to where you can just click your answers. That's pretty cool. So if you want to participate, email me. We'll get you set up with a laptop in class. And that's pretty cool. That way you don't feel left out or whatever the case may be. Now, the other thing we went over today is study tips. Okay, here's a nifty little paper I'm going to post on to AC Online. It's just study tips and kind of general things for any class to be successful. The big first one being attendance. Okay, I talked about this in class, but I cannot stress enough, one of the biggest problems facing our students is actually being there. Okay, it's not the material, it's not the extra work, it's not the outside of class stuff, it's actually just being there. If you're there every day, you're doing the work, you're getting the quizzes, you're doing all that, I promise you, you will do good in the class. Okay, well, I can't promise that, but you should do good in the class. Another big thing from this paper, which you guys will have, is verbalizing and writing your notes. Okay, I know this sounds ridiculous, but after you take notes from me, or after you take notes after reading, because I told you guys in class to write notes while you're reading, rewrite them or talk them out. And I know you're going to feel pretty ridiculous going, okay, the first equation on thermodynamics is blah, 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 to yourself in a dark room or wherever you're going to do it. But I promise you it'll help you remember the material. And that's kind of what we're getting at. That's what the point of the reading, the quizzes, the homework, this YouTube thing, other than, seeing my pretty face, is helping you remember the material. And that's because that gives you the grade. That's what we're after. Okay, so speaking of quizzes, the reading quiz. Okay, you guys all should be reading Chapter 1. Okay, every one of my classes and Emery's classes should be going over chapter 1. Now, when reading these, when preparing for these daily quizzes, remember that I'm not going to try to trick you. I'm not going to try to, outthink you or whatever. What these reading quizzes is basically testing, did you read the material at all? If you did, you'll do fine. If you didn't, well, then you won't do so fine. Whenever you're going through the reading quiz, okay, the big thing is looking at the vocab. Okay, a lot of our answers are going to be vocabulary questions, not just what they are, but also what do they mean. So what I mean by that is, for an example, if the definition is a physical and chemical change, okay, that in and of itself, you can't just know the definition. If I give you an example of, say, number 1, which one of the following is a chemical or physical change, or which one of the following is a chemical change, you should be able to pick those out. Okay, so don't just memorize a definition or even be able to recognize a definition, because these are all multiple choice. I don't want to write a reading quiz every day that's not. So don't just memorize or be able to pick out a definition. Be sure to know what it means. Okay, and specific for chapter 1, the other things you need to look at, how to count significant figures. Okay, that's a big thing in chapter 1. Significant figures is going to be really, really, really important for this first test, and also extremely important for the lab. One of the main reasons people don't do well in the lab, significant figures. They just can't get it. They just don't get it, and I don't understand why. But reading quiz for the reading quiz on Wednesday or Thursday, make sure to know significant figures. Okay. The other thing that chapter 1 goes over, other than those bold vocab words, is conversions. Okay, we're going to be converting from metric to English or metric to metric. And specific, make sure to know that powers of 10 chart that's in your book. Okay, it goes from your SI unit, goes up to the mega whatever and down to the pico, meter, gram, whatever it is. So make sure to know that. Okay, and a lot of people have these mnemonics that go for, King Henry did something or other. If you know a really good mnemonic that you want to share with people, leave it in the comment section, and I will, pantomime it or do something to get it across to everyone in the next video, because it's really important. Because I don't know one, I just know the prefixes. I don't know a good mnemonic for it. So leave one in the comment section below, and that'd be awesome. What else? The other thing to know, looks like really definitions are a really big thing in chapter 1. So make sure to look at definitions, the way to count significant figures, add, subtract, multiply significant figures, and that conversion chart. Okay, that conversion powers of 10 thing for the metric system. Now, anything else? Doesn't look like it. That's it for this first YouTube review. I know it's really short, but like I said, there's a lot of syllabus stuff. Reread the syllabus. Make sure if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. Once again, the 2 most popular questions that are down there, I will answer in the next video. And again, please submit a mnemonic for that powers of 10 thing for the metric system. That way everyone can benefit from your awesome knowledge. Now, I know you guys have a lot to do outside of class. Oh, that's what it was. The mastering chemistry thing. I know we talked about it in class briefly, but I really want to go over it in depth here in the video. Mastering chemistry, it's an awesome homework system. When you bought your book, you got a little card in your book that gave you a registration ID for mastering chemistry. What you need to do is go to www.masteringchemistry.com, go to register, put in your stuff, and then find my classes. Depending on the section you are, my Monday, Wednesday class is Shadix 01 Fall 12, and my Tuesday, Thursday class is Shadix 02 Fall 12. Big shocker there. But that is going to register you for my class. So whenever you go in, register, sign up for my class. The first homework is actually already open, so go through. Look at that. You can start it if you want. I would highly recommend it. It seems like it's a lot of work, and it is a lot of time, but make sure to stay on top of it, and you'll be just fine. Now that closes next Sunday, so it's open today. You've got a lot of time because I wanted to give you guys a little bit extra time to get all registered, get a key if you didn't have one, that type thing. before we really start hammering the homework stuff. Now I realize you guys have a lot of work to do outside of class. You have the Science Enrichment Center thing, you have the homework, you have my pretty face on these videos that you get to watch after every class. You've got all these things that you need to do outside of class, so do not let those pile up on you. Really, if you put an hour a day into this stuff, you'll be golden, and actually it'll be really good, and you'll make a really good grade. But don't let it pile up, because Friday before a test, Wednesday before a test, you've got homework to do, you failed all the quizzes, so you have to go to the SEC for an hour and a half, and you haven't watched any of these, and you haven't got any help at all. Well, I'm sorry, if you haven't put the work in, you're not going to get the grade. So that's kind of what it comes down to there. Okay, so that's for the Mastering Chemistry thing. Once again, it's www.masteringchemistry.com. Super easy. Find my class. Homework 1's already there. Get started on it. Homework 2 will open up next Wednesday, probably next Wednesday, and it'll be due on the following Sunday. So that'll be due the the 16th. Yeah, so that'll be due the 16th. Now, so that's it for this YouTube review. I know it's kind of 11 minutes 15 seconds, not too bad. 30, whatever it's going to be. The other ones may be a little longer, maybe a little shorter, but whatever. Once again, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments section, and I will see you guys next time.